And who here would say they're on a mission? Yeah, lots of mission-driven people in the room here. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about what a mission is, why you need one. I'm going to help you get even more ever so clear about what your mission is. We're going to talk about the dreaded niche word. And I say that giggling because that can be a sticky spot for people in their businesses. Talk about niching and target markets. And we're going to talk about branding as well. Sound like a good plan?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. So your mission is your movement. It's what people are really going to be attracted to you for. People buy from people who care, right? And so when you have a mission and you're putting that out and you're saying to people, I care, people are drawn to that. And when you know what your mission is, you've got this thing inside of you that just compels you and motivates you forward. So it's a passion. And it's where it all begins. It's your foundation for why you've chosen to be in business and to do the kind of business that you're doing. Right? It's your movement. It's your change that you wish to create in the world. I want you to be the change. I want you to create that change in the form of your business. It includes who you want to see the change created for. Target market, ideal client. It's a part of you. It's your essence. It's your meaning, your purpose. It includes your life, your struggles, your mistakes. It's what you feel passionate about, and you may even feel a little angry about it. I feel a little angry. I want to really change this. It's a change that a group of identifiable people are willing to pay to help to get. Because we're in business, and in business we get paid. So we've got to have something that people are willing to pay for to have that change. It's delivered in the form of a niche specialty. So your niche is your specialty. It's what kind of encompasses your products and services. We're going to talk about that. It's heartfelt. This is what's going to separate you from the pack. Okay? There are a lot of business coaches out there. There are a lot of wellness coaches out there. There are a lot of parent coaches out there. But you are what separates you from the pack. And your mission and your purpose and your meaning defines you. It's your inner calling that you're stepping up to answer in the form of your business. It's how you create a community of loyal followers, of fans. I learned something really, really important from a man named Michael Port. Has anybody ever heard of him? Michael Port? Yeah. He's an amazing business and marketing strategist. And I learned from him that that a niche and a target market were two different things. Right? Because before that, I thought that a niche and a target market was all the same thing. I was like, well, and it was hard for me to kind of, encapsulate that and figure out what all those different pieces and parts were. And so learning this really opened things up for me. A niche is your specialty. It's the type of services and products that you offer to a group of people that is your target market. Your target market is who you offer your products and services to. And here's what's so super cool about this, is that this benefits you. So this makes it super easy to be able to partner with other businesses. Because if you have your niche and then you have your target market, you can partner with people who have a different niche and the same target market, Or you can partner with people who have the same target market and a different niche. The two go together beautifully. Isn't that nice? Also, it helps you to grow in your business. Now, some of you may have a hard time with this, and I say this because I had a tremendously hard time with this whole niche and target market thing. And many, many, many of my clients have had a hard time with this as well, okay? But when you can get clear on your niche and target market, a beauty of that is that as you grow, you can broaden. So you start out being specific, and we're gonna talk about this, we're gonna go through this, and then you get to the point where you put your flag in the ground, you're an expert, you're known. Then what you can do is you can keep your target market and add a new niche, or you can keep your niche and add a new target market. So it makes everything so clear. Is that clear? Does that empower you to know that? Awesome. I'm going to walk you through this just one more time, super duper fast, because you guys are going to get to create your own cycle of disempowerment on this very topic of having to pick a niche and a target market. And if this particular topic really doesn't stretch you, it's not that big of a deal for you, then go ahead and just go through the process, because this is about learning the tool. Does that make sense? Okay? And you might even be able to think of a time and a place where it did stretch you. So maybe you've moved through it, and you can say, well, it doesn't stretch me now, but I remember when it did, and this is what that looked like. Okay? So you can learn the tool. Something that's really important about this is what I call non-judgmental awareness. I am now asking you to turn around and take a look at the very things that you really don't want to look at. Right? You're like, wow, I don't want to think about those feelings and think about those thoughts, and I certainly don't want to share that with people in the room and this and that. But what you ignore and what you don't face, it's still there. And it comes up in the most inconvenient times. Right? So if you looked at this and you faced it and you used non-judgmental awareness about it, wrapped your arms around it and said, I love this part of me, you could actually do something powerful to begin to change it and alter it. Now tomorrow, for each of our segments, I'm going to teach you the roadmap out. And that's the cycle of empowerment. And I'm going to teach you a daily empowerment practice system as well. So for right now, just be willing to look at this, breathe love into it, and just say, hey, I'm human after all. Right? This is a message. When you've got something like this going on, you've got a message. And I want you to turn these emotions into the message system they were meant to be. Fear is a message. Frustration is a message. Overwhelm is a message. Stress is a message. All of it. When you're doing these icky behaviors, it's all messages. And the message is, I need something. And it's very likely that you need some form of love. And when we talk about cycle of empowerment, you're going to have an answer to that message. And that'll be tomorrow. And what I want you to do is I want you to think about, looking up at the top left corner, triggers. What are the triggers around niche and target market? Right? It could be just me up here saying, you probably should do this. It's like, oh, triggers, right? Or it could be somebody saying that you should do it. Or it could be looking at somebody's website and be like, gosh, she's got such a specific target, and she's so clear, and I'm not, and right? So I want you to think about what kind of triggers me around this. And then move over to the challenging feelings, which is kind of like, the AKA the pain. What do I feel when these triggers come up? When Susan says niche target market, what do I feel about that, right? I feel resistant, I feel anxious, I feel confused, I feel scattered, I feel unfocused, I feel incompetent, I feel unvalued, I feel unheard, I feel misunderstood, all of these different emotions that can come up. Then you go down to negative thoughts, and this is the tape that plays in your head. It's the, I can't do this, I don't know, it's too frustrating, it's like I've been doing this for years, when is it my turn, why do I always have to start from the beginning, all these different things you might say. Go on down to negative goal sabotaging attitudes, and this is the attitude that you're going to cop. This is a chip on your shoulder. This is like a negative personal value, right? So now I'm going to be like, all victim or all small or whatever it is for you. And then before you know it, you're going to be in your disempowering behaviors of procrastinating, complaining, excuse-making, gossiping, exaggerating, awfulizing, playing too small, playing too big. Because we have drama queens, right? Sometimes. Not me. I didn't mean to look at you. But I think we might be onto something. Well, and before you know it, you're right back at the very feelings you're trying to get away from. Does that make sense? Everybody getting this? So I'm going to give you a tool right now. So we've got more tools coming. I'm going to give you an empowerment tool right now, so that while you're in the room here for the rest of the day, you've got something, right? If you feel some of this stuff coming up for you. And this is my Feel to Heal process. It's actually 7 steps. I'm going to give you just 3 right now, and these 3 are good enough, all right, for right now. So if you feel, I'm on page 6. If you feel any of this stuff coming up, or you notice you're in some of that thought process, right, or those behaviors, I want you to just connect with the feelings that you're feeling. So step 1 is to just embrace the raw emotion. Just accept it's there. It's not a big deal, really. It's okay. It's okay. And I want you to be able to say to yourself, wow, I might have just been triggered. Wow, I'm feeling really frustrated, and I'm not liking that chick Susan up on the stage anymore. I liked her earlier, but now I'm feeling like, And I want you to be able to say, oh, I'm feeling overwhelmed, and just connect with that. And then find that in your body. Because emotions are real. They really are a physiological response. It really is an energy, things that are happening in your body. So just find those emotions in your body and just be with the emotion just for a minute. It's okay. And then the next step is I want you to send love to it. So you can put your hand on your heart, and just the action of doing this, of putting your hand to your heart, triggers oxytocin, the love drug, right? The natural love drug, to start in your body. And for me, when I want to send love, I can think about a time and a place that I felt utterly loved. And the third step is to embrace your empowering truth. And you have some of that. And if you want more language for that, you can flip back over to the first segment, page 6. You've got some truth affirmations that you can speak. You can use those right there. But this is the time then to say, wow, I'm loved, I'm strong, I can do this, I can get clear, I've got the answers, I have the support, I can do this, I can make this happen. And you see how that can really create a shift in the intensity level of the icky kind of fear emotions and kind of, shift it so the good emotions start coming up. And now you're at a place where you can handle it. Maybe the icky fear isn't gone, but now you can think clearly about it, you can see it, make some decisions. Does that make sense?